Alright, Shalom, Shalom. This is the brother Amon Ariel. Alright, coming from the gym at Charlotte Camp. Alright, trying to pretty much, do this lesson on this movie, that everybody's been talking about dealing with the whole, leave the world behind. Alright. So before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rukar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity to USA Shalom. Alright, so like I said, I wanted to do, my little 2 cents. I know everybody's been going into this movie. Alright, so I finally got to watch it last night. Highly, highly spiritual, because this is exactly what we've been talking about, starting with the elders and apostles on down. And these devils literally put everything in your face, man. All right, this destruction that we've been prophesying for all these years. Okay, these devils spelled it out in this movie, man. All right, so hey, you brothers and you sisters that believe, man, hey, I highly advise you go watch this movie, man, because hey, it's gonna put you right in the mindset of how things are gonna look during that time, man. Okay, so I want to begin here in the book of First Peter chapter 4 verse 7, and it reads, "But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer." Right, and like I said, this movie lets you know that these elites are ready to make a move, man. All right, so in a nutshell, when you watch the movie, it's going into all right how America is gonna pretty much go through instability. All right, pretty much they got hit with like an EMP or whatever. The power grid got knocked down. All right, so nothing dealing with the technology was able to work. So these people, all right, you had the family, the Edomites, and then you had the Jake family, pretty much you know uh, uh, together during this time. Nobody is knowing what's going on, and as the movie progresses, they begin to understand that look, they're in a time of America's downfall, man. All right, and these things we have been prophesying, going on, starting with the apostles and the elders, going on, 30, 40 plus years, man, since they've been on the scene, you know, and that the message has been passed down to us, brothers like myself, to come out here and prophesy to you people. And the word prophesy means to say before. And what are we saying? That the end is at hand, man. All right. So the title of that movie was very fitting because, and we gotta leave this world behind, man. All right. All the things that tie us to this place, we gotta get out of here, man. All right. And the scriptures tell you to flee out of the midst of Babylon, but the fleeing is talking about up here. All right, getting your mind out of this place, man. Getting your spirit out of this place, man. Okay, because this place is about to be destroyed, man. And as we, continue to, go through, the instability as it begins to hit more and more, you're gonna see, like the scripture says, man. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. All right, you gotta have your mindset completely locked into Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to be able to make it through these times that we're about to see, man. Because like I said, this movie spells it out perfect, man. All right, people are gonna be turning on each other. All right, trying to hoard goods into each other or into themselves, like you know, it's gonna be mass confusion out there. But the confusion not going to be on the men of the Lord, on the believers, okay? Because we've been spiritually preparing for these things, man. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, has been taking us through these different trials and tribulations, in our walk, all right, to make us lean on Him more, so that when all hell breaks loose, we're not going to be in a perplexed state like the rest of you people out here, man. Because what you fail to realize, all right, you talking about the people of the world, is that hey, when your government completely turns on you, you ain't gonna have nobody to run to. You ain't gonna have nobody to get comfort from. All right, and that's gonna bring the squeeze to make you submit, and that's what they want. They want you to pretty much feel helpless to the point to where whatever options that they give to you, you're gonna run to that willingly. And the main option that's gonna be available during all this is that mark of the beast, man. All right, for you to get microchipped and you become a perpetual slave to these devils, man. All right. So for the elect, the scriptures say that you're supposed to be sober and watch unto prayer, man. All right. Being sober means to fully be aware of what's going on, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Taking heed to the words that's in these prophecies, man. Because we understand that, look, as of right now, all right, this is what, December 13th, 2023. Okay, things aren't looking as bad as they're gonna get yet, man. Okay, but as you've been seeing things progressing, we understand that, hey, well, 2024 going into this year is gonna be heavy. All right, these devils are gonna bring more draconian measures, as we've been seeing, slowly being put. Like you had up in New York, they had the law, put down to pretty much where they can, they for whatever reason, can go into your home and snatch you up and put you in a concentration camp if they feel like you're sick, or like I said, that can be, put towards if they feel like you're a threat to the population, and we know the majority of that's going to come from, all right, the ones that believe and teach this word, man. So you have that. All right, you have the economic instability, that's looming, because we know this economy is going to crash, and this event that's going on in this movie, this EMP, could very well be what Esau uses to crash this economy, you know. And with that happening, the internet's going to be shut down. It's going to be a total, grid failure to where you people are going to be literally in darkness, And a good example of that, another movie to watch, is called American Blackout. And it shows you that, in full, man. All right, the people were completely clueless, all right, when the power grid got shut off. And so the first few days, they were partying. They were, thinking shit was going to be sweet, just like and leave the world behind. The first few, days of them living throughout all this, they thought shit was sweet. And as time progressed and they saw that nothing was changing, that's when fear started to hit in. All right, that's when they start to, question things. And then from there, it just escalated downhill, man. All right, but we understand that, hey, the Most High has these things set up to pretty much, bring in that destruction. All right, so as much as you hear us talk about these things, hey, you gotta prepare your mind for it, man. Okay, this is Second Ezra, chapter 4, verse 28. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come." Right. So the evil is already put in place, man. The words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai have already set forth what's going to take place, and what this movie showed you in a nutshell was essentially Second Ezra chapter 15 and Second Ezra 16, man. Okay, because without going into the movie, all right, for those that haven't seen it, but certain scenes in that movie let you know that, hey, these elites, they they know the scriptures, man. All right, the scriptures talk about how one man shall desire to go into another city and shall not be able. They show you that in the movie, all right, because you had the I'll just say this part. You had the Teslas, which we know are the electric cars, who are famous for allowing it to self drive. All right, they had the Teslas pretty much self driving themselves onto the highways, all right, to pretty much block off the people in the city, all right, and that's essentially what's going to take place during this time, man. Not saying it's going to go just like that, but Esau's going to block off the main roads, the back roads, to keep you stuck, because America has been, cut up into 10 FEMA zones, man. So we understand that these things are going to come, all right. The destruction is going to come, all right, but it hasn't came yet. But like I said, these things are looming, and if you're paying attention to what's going on, worldwide, you can see that this place is taking, a toll, sorry, taking a turn for the worse, man. Because one of the things that was said in the movie when they was trying to figure out, who exactly did it, all right, the character Kevin Bacon played, all right, who was pretty much like a prepper, he said like China or I think he said China or Vietnam or something like that, but he said China. And what you've been seeing of late is talks of a cyber attack coming from China, man. All right, and so with that being said, you also have over there they just had the meeting over in Dubai, all right, all the world leaders that came together, they was talking about pretty much trying to phase out fossil fuel, man. And what's going to come from that if they decide, which they're going to, at some point, do away with fossil fuel powered cars, as you've been seeing them trying to phase out other gas powered things like stoves or whatnot. But this is what's going to lead to, the gas skyrocketing, man. Like when you saw in I Am Legend, all right, the gas was like what $10 a gallon or some shit like that, $15 a gallon. These are things that's leading up into that. So like it says, man, the evil is sown, but the destruction is thereof is not come yet. All right, because we understand that things that have to be put in place before it can actually happen, man. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua deals with gradualism. All right, so instead of just having things just come off a whim like that, the Lord is setting the stage for these things to take place, man. And for all of us that are wanting the kingdom of heaven, we understand that these things, these terrible times must happen, man. Okay, continuing on, verse 29, 2 Ezra 4 and 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. All right, and so in order for us to get to the kingdom of heaven, we must go through this turbulent time known as Jacob's trouble, man. All right, these things have to go down, man. This place has to get turned upside down, man. So it has to get bad before it gets good again, man. All right, and this devil is gonna put the straits on everybody, man. Okay, because we understand that. Look, when you watch this movie, man, hey, the people are already in a fearful state. All right, these last 3 years dealing with this pandemic, I have totally destroyed the minds of these people. All right, so when all hell breaks loose, when resources are short, all right, when total perplexity is going on, man. Hey, these people ain't gonna have no qualms with wilding out as you're seeing now. All right, these smash and grabs. All right, you're seeing these murders, taking place more. All right, because the Lord is putting a cold spirit into the world, man. All right, which leads to this. This is Matthew 24 and 12. It says, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." Right. There's going to be a lot of people turning into beasts, man. And when I say that, I'm talking about the mentality. All right, because they have a saying that it's a dog eat dog world, and you're going to actually see that come out of these people. Like I said, when resources get short, all right, when, like I said, confusion and fear is set in the minds of these people, man, they're going to wild out, man. When you go into the what it says wax cold, that means psycho. All right, these people are going to literally go psycho in these times, man. And like you saw in the movie, when they went to go ask the Kevin Bacon's character for help, he drew on him, man. He had a shotgun. He pointed at him like, "Look, man, hey, I gotta provide for me and mine, man." And that's the mentality these people are gonna have in that day. The same thing that happened in American Blackout. All right, they was in the stores, you know, dude murked a person over a can of peas. All right, so how much more, when resources start to get slim, man? As you're seeing, like during the pandemic, you had people, rushing the stores, buying up all the water, buying up all the toilet paper, to the point where they were fighting. And this is over what they deem essential goods, all right, non-perishable items. So how much more when it's food, all right? So this is setting the stage of what to expect during that time. This is why Yahweh Shem Yahushai has, the brotherhood, the body, becoming more tight knit, becoming stronger, because we're gonna need each other more than ever in these times that we're entering into, man. All right, while the rest of the world is out here trying to fend for themselves, man, the Lord's gonna take care of His, man. And even if brothers are gonna be on their own, the Lord's still gonna take care of them, man. Because hey, if we're of the elect, the scriptures tell you that hey, the Lord, He cares for His elect. He's gonna provide for them, man. Let me get that real quick, because that's one thing that we have over the rest of these people. We have the Lord with us, man. All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 25. It reads, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than the meat, and the body more than the raiment? Right. So we're not to concern ourselves what we're gonna do in that day, man. What we're gonna eat, what we're gonna drink, or where we're gonna be able to lay our head in that time, man. Because the Lord's gonna take care of everything, man. All right. That's you focusing and fixating on what if. All right. That's gonna allow the demons of doubt. That's gonna allow Satan to play inside your mind because Satan, he thrives in uncertainty, man. All right, and that's why a lot of these people are gonna bug out in that day, man. But one thing that we're certain of is that Yahweh Shem Shah let us know multiple times throughout the scriptures that he's with us wherever we go, man. All right, so he knows that we gotta eat, we gotta drink to survive, we gotta have a place to lay our head, man. Okay, he said in verse 26, behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, neither nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? So the Lord provides for the animals. Okay, they eat. All right, they get their daily necessity. Okay, are we not much better than the animals? All right. It says, which of you by taking thought can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, for how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if Yahweh Shem Shah so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, or ye a little faith? Right. So the Lord is going to take care of us, man. Because like the way that we know and believe that is because, like I said, when you look out into the world, you look at nature. All right, the Lord takes care of nature. The animals get their food. All right, they get their nourishment. The grass, as it said, they get their the dew of the ground is what, as it said in this verse. All right, how the Most High clothed the grass of the field. All right, that's why the water, pretty much, when you go outside and the grass is wet, that's the dew. That's your how about Shem Shah that did that, man. Okay, so it says, man, is he not much more going to clothe you? Okay, so you got to have faith in that. Therefore, take no thought, saying, what we shall eat, or what shall we drink, wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek. For your heavenly Father knoweth that you have need of all these things, right? And that's what the mind state of these people are gonna have in that time, man. And even 2/3 of our people, because 2/3 are spiritual Gentiles, man. They don't know Yahweh Shem Shah, but we do. Okay, and so the Lord knows that He knows what we need. All right, and He's gonna provide that, man. So what are we to do instead of worrying about the what ifs? What are we gonna do and all that, man? It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Okay? Seek the kingdom of heaven first, and everything else is going to fall in line, man. So just believe in Yahweh Shem Shah and continue to do the work, man. All right? Continue to make your carnal election sure, man. All right? And everything is going to fall in line for you. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof, right? Like I said, man, that destruction we understand is already set in stone to come to pass, man. All right, so there's nothing we could do about it except to continue to move in this faith, man. And the main thing that we have to do is take our minds out of this place, man. Because as this place continues to tread, towards the destruction, all right, we got to further separate ourselves even more from this place, man. Because we understand that we have nothing here. All right, we have no attachments to this world, man. All right, because like I said, this place is gonna be destroyed, man. So like I quoted earlier, let me get it. And I pray this is edifying. I ain't had no script. I just wanted to go through the spirit and touch on this, man. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 6. It says, "Flee ye out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, right? And that's what we're supposed to be doing. And that's one of the ways, like I said, we seek the kingdom of heaven first, all right, and take our minds out of this place, man. All right, fleeing out of the midst of Babylon, all right, is removing our spirit out of this world, man. We're not concerned with the affairs of this world because the world, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Lord told us, hey, we're not to have any connections, man. All right, and that goes into literally everything, man. All right, this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. It says that thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, or Yahweh Hamashiach. It says, no man that warreth entangling himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier, right? Because if we're of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, all right, we're gonna go through, a hardship, man. Okay, and we're seeing that now, man. But we go through all this, we go through the fire now, so that in the time of judgment, okay, we can be redeemed, man. All right, we're storing up our treasures in heaven as we catch hell right now, so that we'll be able to cash out in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So as it says, man, hey, no man that warreth entangling himself with the affairs of this life, man. We're not concerned about our lives here, right now, all right? Because truthfully, we're dead to this world, man. Yeah, we have families, we have, lives here or whatnot, man, but these things are just, pretty much, what's a word I can use? These things ultimately don't matter, you know? Now, am I saying, forsake everything? No. As far as when I say forsake everything, I'm saying as far as, don't take care of your family, stop working and all that. Nah, man. You take care of your family, you go to work, but that's not the end all be all for us, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, these things, that the Lord put in our lives, man, all right, we're to take care of our house. But at the end of the day, man, that shouldn't take precedent over what's at hand. All right, what our main goal is, which is to be saved, man. Everything else takes a back seat, man. Okay? Let me get that real quick. Yeah, because nothing outside of this truth truly matters, man. And that was the point. That's the title, man. All right, leave the world behind. Nothing else matters, man. Okay? This is 2 Ezra 14 and 13. It says, now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such as of them as be in trouble, now now renounce corruption, right? Set your house in order, man, and your house begins with your mind, all right, with your spirit, and then everything else trickles down, man, but it all starts with you as being, the head, okay? You have to set your house in order first, and then your family and everything else fall in line, man, because like I said, we're not concerned with all that other shit, because if you're putting your family over Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that's what's going to get you destroyed in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because your family can turn on you, and the Lord can separate you from your family, man, and you'll be, overly concerned about them instead of, trying to, survive, man. Okay, hey, your job is gonna come a point in time where all of us ain't gonna have a job, man. All right, the economy shuts down. Ain't nobody gonna be working, man. Ain't nobody gonna be able to, make money, because money ain't gonna mean shit. Because when Esau crashes his dollar, all right, this damn money ain't gonna mean shit, because in order for you to, come back with that money, you're gonna have to take that chip, man. Which we know the penalty for taking that, man, which is an absolute first class ticket to that lake of fire, man. All right. So like I said, man, you're to set your house in order and get yourself right, man. Okay. It says, verse 14, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, right? And the weak nature, going into the thoughts of this place, man. All right. It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times, right? Because, hey, man, Satan has been going hard as of late, man. I know all you believers, you can feel him. All right, this damn demon has been fucking with you in your thoughts, fucking with you in your dreams. All right, he's putting spirits on people to come against you. You know, hey, Satan's been going hard, but that just makes you cling to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua even more because, like I said, in the time that that we're gonna need the Lord the most, all right, you gotta have that relationship built with the Lord, man. Okay, so you can't be doubting if the Lord's gonna be dealing with you during the time of Jacob's trouble. You gotta know it. All right, you gotta know how to walk in the Spirit during that time. You gotta know when the Lord is talking to you, man, because a lot of that, that uncertainty, like I said, goes back to Satan playing on your mind, man. Like I said, we don't know what the Lord's gonna do per se, but we understand the Lord's gonna be with us, man. But you gotta understand when the Lord is dealing with you, man, when He's speaking to you, man. All right, let me get that real quick. This is Job chapter 33, verse 14. It says, "For Yahweh Hashem Yahushua speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth not." Right, because hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is constantly dealing with us, and He shows us signs of that, man. All right, a good example that we always talk about, hey, when we see 144 everywhere, man, that's a sign of comfort the Lord gives us to show that He's dealing with us, man. All right, but in the time that we're entering into, you might not see 144 anymore, man. But you still gotta have that faith to know that the Lord's still with you. And like I said, certain things when you walk in the Spirit, you'll be able to pick up, and it's showing you that the Lord is dealing, man. You know, certain spirits that He'll put on people to say certain things to you. All right, certain things might stick out you'll notice through the Spirit, man. You know, these are just examples that I'm speaking of, but that's how Yahweh Shema Shah is going to be dealing that day, man. All right, brothers, I've had dreams about situations like that, man. You know, in a time where we ain't gonna be able to readily, find food. You may be, walking, and the Lord will put a spirit on somebody, whether it be an angel, or just like I said, the Lord will put the spirit on somebody to come help you, man. You walk somewhere like the dream the one brother had, where I think he said it was an angel or something, but him and his family was walked into this store or something like that, and pretty much it was a dude or a person that had a farm and told him to come to the farm, and they fed him. They gave him food and supplies, man. That was the spirit of the Lord that was pretty much providing for that brother in his dream, man. But that's gonna actually happen during these times that we're about to see, man. This is why you got to put away all that doubt. Am I a man of the Lord and all that bullshit? Nah, man. You got to know that Yahweh Shemi Shai is dealing during that time, man. Because, like I said, the people that don't know the Lord, that ain't gonna have a covering in that time, man, they're gonna be totally irrational. All right, and hey, like I said, the love of many is gonna wax cold. All right, we've seen it now. All right, like in the movie when you had the dad, the Edomite dad, pretty much he was driving on the road and he saw it was an Issacharite woman, all right, on the side of the road, asking for help. And when he pulled up, she spoke Spanish. She didn't know how to speak English, so she's trying to talk to him, and he didn't understand her. And he pretty much drove off on her, man. That's an example of how the love of many is waxing cold, man. All right, but hey, through the Spirit, man, things like that, you might find yourself in a situation like that, man. All right, the Lord might have you run into, a Jake, whether it be, I say, if it was a believer, okay, a member of the elect, you might run into him and you might not understand him. You might not speak Spanish, but through the Spirit, man, the Lord might work something out where, hey, you could finally understand him. Or, God knows what the Lord will do in that time, man. But we understand that these things, the Lord will put you in a position to where it's going to work out for the elect, man. All right? So, like I said, man, let go from the mortal thoughts, back in 2nd Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. And this is what we're supposed to be preparing for, man. All right? Because things are going to get worse. Hey, the evils are going to multiply in the world, man. And this is why I said, hey, this movie showed you perfectly 2nd Ezra 15 and 2nd Ezra 16 play out exactly. Okay? Now I'm going to read a few scriptures out of that, man. Okay? This is 2nd Ezra 15. I'm going to start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another people, and swords in their hands." All right, and that's you know pretty much people fighting against each other, man. Hey, the Civil War, because we seeing that brewing right now, man. All right, you got the right wing Americans, all right, the left wing Americans, the pro government Edomites, you know. Hey, you got these different militia groups preparing because it's gonna come a point to where hey these people are gonna take matters into their own hands, man. All right, hey, just like the Purge movies that were popular, these things are gonna actually happen, man. All right, people are going to take judgment into their own hands, which really is the Lord putting the Spirit on them to do these things. Like scriptures tell you, spirits created for vengeance. You know, verse 16: For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, so yeah, the president, the mayors, people of authority, they ain't gonna have no power in that day, man. Because the people are gonna take matters into their own hands, and we're seeing that now. This is why Esau has been on these, false flag campaigns, trying to, take out the guns from the people's hands because they know it's gonna be a all out anarchy, and really that's what they want, because in that movie, what they showed you, all right, at the end, and they was describing how it was gonna go down. See if I can pull that up, man. Y'all bear with me. Um, they actually had the steps broke down. Because pretty much it said it the three steps that they did. Let's see, if I can't find it, I'm gonna try to say it the best way I remember. Because pretty much what they did, they said they cut off all the communication. All right, this is why they said they had the EMP. They knocked out the cell phone towers and all that other stuff. All right, and then from there they had pretty much damn, I can't remember the second step. I just know I remember the first step was knocked out the communication, and then the third step was pretty much the people was gonna fighting amongst themselves and kill each other, man. But pretty much all the nations came together that hated America to pretty much make them destroy themselves, man. Because that's one thing they showed in the movie. You had the part with the drone, all right, and the drone was dropping off these letters, and when they looked at the letters, it was in Arabic, and they brought it back to the house, and the son pretty much said in Arabic, it said DTA, man, all right, and so like the guy at the end was talking about the nations came together, all those that hated America, all right, to pretty much turn on America, man, and how we know that this is the elites saying these because you've been having talks with this whole situation dealing with Israel and Palestine. All right, you had the UN declare that they demand humanitarian ceasefire, man. All right, but yeah, America they denied it, man. And so what you're seeing with that pretty much taking place is America is isolating themselves, man. And all these different nations are being fed up with America and the land of Israel, man, because they see that these Edomites are the problem, man. All right, they're doing a bunch of senseless killing. All right, and majority of these Ishmaelite nations, all right, they are pissed off at what's going on to them Palestinians, so they're starting to band together, and some of those Ishmaelite nations are America's allies, man. Like Turkey for an example. All right, so let's get this real quick just to show that, man. This is the book of Second Revelation, chapter 17, verse 16. It says, "In the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So America's own allies are going to turn on her and eventually shoot missiles over here alongside with America's enemies, man, because they're seeing that America is the problem. All right, really is the Edomites, but America and Israel are the main, proponents of why all this wickedness is going on in the world, why this conflict is becoming on a worldwide scale, man. All right, so her allies are going to turn on her, man, and the movie showed that, man. Okay, they said that America's enemies are allied together to pretty much, destroy this place from the inside out, man. And it all started with, breaking down that communication to where, hey, the TVs, the cell phone networks, the radio, nothing worked, man. You know, the people were in a complete blackout. All right, they was in darkness pretty much, man. And that's what the day of the Lord was described as, man. Let's get that real quick. I think that's Amos, because the people are going to be in total confusion in that time, man. All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." All right, and that's what we see, man. Okay, it's going to be a total state of confusion during that time, man. All right, these people ain't going to have a clue. All right, but we're out here letting you know what's about to happen, man, so that you are made privy to what the Lord is about to do, man. But if you don't have the Spirit of the Lord on you in that time, you will be in darkness, okay? Because the day of the Lord is not how these people of the church, pictured it as, man. It's not going to be a good time, man. All right, it's going to be a horrible time, because when you go into, let's look up this word darkness in this verse, man. And this was Amos chapter 5 and 18. All right, you go into that word darkness. It says darkness, obscurity. Look up what obscurity means. All right, the word obscurity, it says the state of being unknown, inconspicuous, or unimportant. All right, so it's going to be a total confusion during that time, man. Let me see if Etymon has a better definition. All right, obscurity, it says an absence of light, lack of brightness or luster. All right, with the meaning, condition of being unknown or inconspicuous. These people ain't gonna have a clue on what's going on, man. All right, but we, as I said, it's an absence of light. We have light, man. Okay, and the light is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so we're not gonna be in a state of perplexity like the rest of the world is, man. That's what gives us a leg up over you people that's in the world, man. Okay, all you brothers and sisters that believe in the Spirit, that believe in these scriptures, hey, you have an advantage over the people of this world, man. Okay, this is the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Right? Because, hey, you're not being warned about this, man. All right, from your President Biden, all right, from your politicians, from nobody in power, okay? And you're not having no type of prepared drills and nothing like that, man. But you see, these other countries, they're running drills like this, man. But the drills that are being ran over here in Babylon the Great are drills that pretty much, to come down upon you people with, man. Because the drills that they're running, they're not talking about it, man. Like the drills that what is it, CPOC 2? I forgot the name of it. Like we had with the planning of the pandemic, okay, before this whole C-19 thing happened. Bill Gates and the rest of these globalists, these nationalists, whatever these Zionists, good word from these Zionists. All right, they had drills on exactly the the state of what was going, what they figured was going to happen, man. Okay, so if you watch the TED talk that Bill Gates had years ago, before all this shit happened, they ran drills to see how the people will react if a if a sickness were to spread out worldwide, man. All right, and they estimated the amount of deaths. Okay, then you had drills done, such as an example. One of the drills that was done here in Babylon was Jade Helm. All right, which was them pretty much going into and showing like pretty much them showing how they was gonna run down on the people in an event like martial law, man. You know, these things are taking place because Esau is getting ready to come for you people, man. All right, they're ready to destabilize this economy, all right, and bring out a total chaos, so they can round you people up and begin to do that culling, man. All right. So like I said, we're not in darkness, man. All right, because like I said, the day of the Lord is going to be, in a time to where nobody's going to know what's going on. But we, Lord willing of that, we're of the elect. We're going to be aware because we have the light, man. Verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light. All right, and it said because I should have started at verse 2. I'm going to read verse 2 and go back down. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. So the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night to all you people that's unaware, but for the elect, as it says in verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Right. Because we're watching, we're waiting. Hey, we want this destruction to come, man. Because like I read in 2nd Ezra 4 earlier, 4 and 28, all right, this place has to be destroyed before we can obtain the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, this place has to go down before Yahweh Shah can return and deliver us, man. So we have to see things take a turn for the worse before they get better. All right. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right. And the scriptures keep reiterating the fact on being sober. All right, being circumspect, being aware of what's going on, man. Okay. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. All right. So, hey, we're watching on all levels, even movies like this, and this isn't the first. You got many movies that Esau through his Hollywood let you know what their plans are, man. Like I said, American Blackout. You got The Fifth Wave, The Road. What's some more? The Book of Eli. These are just what's coming off the top of the head. But Esau has many movies and shows, like the show they had come on last year, The Last of Us, man. Based off that video game. These things, like it's another one, the Last Man on Earth. It's many examples to show you that these Hollywood directors are in the know. They're lesser luminaries that they pretty much put forth these projects to pretty much allow the elites to communicate with each other, to let them know what's up, man. But we through the Spirit have been given the eyesight as well to be able to see these things. So when we watch these movies, we're not watching them for entertainment purpose like the rest of the world is, man. Because as you know, this movie that's on Netflix, man, all right, is in the top 10. This movie is being talked about all over the world. But nobody outside of the prophets really see what's being said. Now you got people on Instagram and TikTok and these different social media sites that are speaking about it. They are seeing the undertone that's being talked about. The satanic undertones, the different conspiracy theories that are tied to this. But they don't know that this is all Bible prophecy at the end of the day, though, man. So this is what gives us a leg up because we understand what the Lord is about to do, man. All right. That's pretty much the point of that. So let me go back to 2nd Ezra 15. 2nd Ezra 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right. Because like I said, they're going to block everything off, man. They're going to block the roads off. You're going to be stuck wherever they want you to be at, man. All right. and we can see that taking place too. Because like I said, you got to be aware of everything that's going on, man. The little steps that's being done. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. It's one of my favorite scriptures at this point, man. Sirach 5:15. Be not ignorant in anything, in a great matter or small. Right. You gotta be aware on everything that's taking place, man. All right. You ain't gotta be no expert on things like geopolitics, the economy and all that, but you gotta know enough to be able to tie it to prophecy, man. All right. What you're seeing them doing in these meetings, dealing with the UN. All right. How Esau, is doing all these things. All right. Like how Biden ceded power, to the WHO. All right. So they have jurisdiction to pretty much, quarantine who they will. All right, which is quarantine is another word for concentration camp. All right, which we know is FEMA. They have all these FEMA camps, these FEMA coffins already set up. In different places in America. You know, because like I said, the FEMA zones, man. That's in the scriptures, man. Let me get that real quick. But like I said, while I break this scripture down, be not ignorant in anything, whether small or great, man, because all things have a ripple effect that's leading up into the destruction, man. All right, the breaking down of Babylon the Great, man. So you got to be aware of everything, man. All right, this is why it's good to pay attention to the videos that's going out through the spirit because brothers are touching on these things, man. All these news and prophecy videos that brothers are doing, help keep you in the know on what's going on worldwide, man, and how it ties to biblical prophecy, man. All right, but like I said, dealing with that the FEMA zones, man. Uh, Revelation chapter 11, verse 13. It says, in the same hour there was a great earthquake, and the tenth part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain men 7,000, and the remnant were frightened and gave glory to the power of heaven, right? Because America was split up into 10 parts, man. 10 FEMA zones, man. I'll show that to you, man. All right? And the great destruction is going to happen in this land, man. You know? Give it a second. Yep. So America has been divided into 10 parts, man. You know? So this is how we know that when they decide to roll in this country, they're going to block off the different parts of the city so that you're not going to be able to go into another part of the city, man. And like a good example of how they're beginning to do that, you had up in New York, they just rolled out to where they said that uh, now they're making it to where people have to pay a toll just to go to work because they said they brought that out to pretty much it help reduce the congestion of the highways, but we understand that that's just a ploy that they're using to bring forth how they're gonna cut off the roads, man. Because you already have toll booths throughout different cities, man. And when you're riding through, you gotta go through the toll, pay a certain fee to be able to go through, man. They'll send you the ticket in the mail. You gotta pay it, but it's gonna come a time to where that shit's gonna block off, or you're not gonna be able to leave for nothing. And they show you that in these movies too, man. All right. So as it said, a man shall desire to go into a city. Back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. The people are going to be afraid because they're not going to know what to do in that time, man. All right, it's going to be anarchy. All right, let's look up that word anarchy, see what it says, man. Cause that movie was like the beginning stages of what's going to happen, man. This word anarchy says an absence of government, a lack of a leader, the state of people without government. Because what the majority of Americans fail to realize is that your government has abandoned you. All right. And like I said, when you see what has been happening over the last few years, really it's been going back to like 9/11 for one example. All right, when the twin towers were destroyed, which was an inside job by the way, if you haven't realized that by now, but that was the beginning because when they did that shit, they passed the bill known as the Patriot Act, which pretty much the Patriot Act says that all American citizens are deemed as domestic terrorists, man. And as you've been seeing progressing, this is why I said you can't be ignorant in anything small or great. As it's been progressing, Esau has been refining that bill, and you've been seeing especially as of late, talk of domestic terrorism, man. All right, you have the white nationalists, okay, as what they describe us as the BHIs, man. You know, you have all these different militia groups, pretty much rising up. This is why you have things like the ADL, all right, speaking out against domestic terrorism, okay, because they feel like the small hats are under attack, which that's all propagated. But you have the Southern Poverty Law Center, all right, which has classified different hate groups in different states. You know, you have all these things that's set up because Esau is preparing to come down upon the people. So, like I said, the government has abandoned you. Okay, America, the president, has given over the power, all right, to the UN, to who. So it's foreign leaders now control America, which they've been controlling America because the president ain't nothing but a puppet anyway. But they have given a power of governance over to these foreign vessels, man. All right. So when all hell begins to break loose, you're gonna see that they're gonna leave you out here to fend for yourselves. And what they do, it's a term called order out of chaos, man. All right. They're gonna allow for a little period of total anarchy to where people are gonna be literally out here lawlessness as hell, man. Or lawless as hell. They're gonna allow society to get so bad to where the people are gonna beg for order. All right. And now order is gonna come in through means of martial law. All right. And the apostle has been speaking on these things for years. Okay. It's a martial law, man. And that's what's going to be used to set things back in order. And who's going to enforce martial law? These foreign troops, man, who are invading America as we speak. All right. When the Title 42 was disannulled, and you started having the border flooded by all these immigrants, the immigrants, some of these ones that's coming in are sleeper cells, man. As you've been hearing us speak of as of late, man. Okay, which are going to be used to enforce the rule once martial law is initiated, man. Okay, so like I said, man, it's gonna be hell out here, man. Verse 19, a man shall go. It's like it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So for hunger, these people are gonna go crazy, breaking into people's houses. That's why I said, man, the love of many shall wax cold because these people aren't gonna have the same mentality that they had when shit was kosher, man. Like it was said in the movie when the Jake went up to the prepper's house and he was like, "Yo, we were friends." He was like, "That was a different time. Now is a different time, man." He was like, I gotta provide for me and mine, man. Hey, what you do and what you need is no longer of my concern, man. Because, like I said, that dog eat dog mentality was put out through that spirit, man. So people that see that somebody else has food and they don't, all right, they're gonna go invade that house, rob, steal, kill, rape, whatever they gotta do to provide for them, man. Okay. That's the spirit that's going to be on these people during these times, man. So you're going to need the Lord, man. And I say all this that's been said for almost an hour just to say that the spirit of the Lord has to be, excuse me, the spirit of the Lord has to be with you in these times, man. Because if you don't have Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, you're going to be through, okay? And like I said, we're being shown these things throughout these movies and these shows to prepare our minds for what's about to happen, man. Okay? me see. I'm gonna read a little bit of this and then I'm gonna close it, man. This is Second Esdras, chapter 16, verses. I'm gonna start at verse 16 or 15. It says, "The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, like as an archer which is shot of a mighty, it's like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again." Right. So we know America's future is thermonuclear fire, man. Okay? That has already been set in stone through the words of the Lord, man. And we've been prophesying these things. This is why you're seeing an increase of talks of nuclear war, World War III. Okay? And once these nuclear missiles are shot off by these different countries during World War III, there's not going to be any turning back, man. You know? Verse 17, it says, because these plagues, these plagues the Lord is sending, man. Hey, this what we're seeing as the viruses are coming back into mainstream news. You have what's going on in China with that white lung. You know, that's coming around the same way the 19 came around. You know, 2019, 2020, whatever year that was that shit came in. So we're seeing that beginning to take place. But all these plagues, man, the destruction, all right, the all these different things that you always hear us talk about, man, the breaking down of this country, man. These are plays from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's not gonna it's not gonna return, man. All right, it's gonna hit this place hard. Verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days, man? Because Esdras, when he was showing this vision, man, he was afraid. But Esdras, as we know, is a man of the Lord, and Esdras is going to be delivered with the Lord willing. We hope to be delivered, man. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginnings of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And what we're to do throughout all this is seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Not take matters into your own hands, all right? Not run down to Esau and plead for help. You got to pray and seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Most importantly, fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And the fear of the Lord is what's going to keep you from doing something stupid, such as, you know, taking that charagma, all right? When you see it, all else is lost, man, all right? It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, right? These are judgments the Lord is sending to judge the wickedness that America, Babylon the Great has been doing, and all you people that's here, man. But as for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And these people still aren't privy to what's happening and why, man. All right, they don't understand why America is hated so much, man, because all the wickedness that's being done here. They don't understand that the different judgment the Lord has been doing in the earth is because of wickedness that's being done here, man. All right, like all these niggas that's been dying, you know, all these rappers that's been dying, all these wicked people that's been dying. Look what the wickedness that's been going on in the world, man. All right, all this, you know, this Mo shit. All right, this adulterous spirit that's been, you know, heavy, especially in these last few years, man. And adultery I've been seeing has been pushed harder. All these videos of these women being exposed, these men, you know, being exposed for sleeping on other men's women, you know, and the blatant witchcraft, the straight blasphemy that's being. These things are the reason the Lord is sending these plagues, man. Okay. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, right? Because people still think that everything is cool, man. All right, and gas is somewhat cheap still, okay, and you can still, you know, go out and find these deals, you know, in these different stores like you had this past holiday season. Well, we're in holiday season still, but this past you have Black Friday. They still showing deals like everything's normal. All right, you're able to, you know, pretty much live life content because you still able to maneuver like things are normal, man. But not understanding that things are about to change. All right, it says, in fact, so like you know, get the tissue. So like, continuing on, it says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Right, and all that is growing. All right, evils are growing on the earth, man, because of the wickedness that's being done here, man. All right, as wickedness grows, all right, we're just one step closer to that judgment. It says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." And this is when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua begins to bring out this judgment. Because a lot of people are going to die, man. All right? A lot of them are going to die from famine. A lot of them are going to die from the sword. And that sword is going to come in various, forms, man. Like in the movie, they were showing you, they said that they had, radiation weapons, man. All right? That was pretty much, getting people sick. They had that noise that they kept hearing. That was pretty much like uh, 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 they had to keep covering their ears, man, because it was so loud, man. And then, like I said, niggas' teeth start falling out, you know. And people, it was crazy, man. You gotta watch the movie. It says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down, and there shall be no man to till the earth and to sow it." So it's gonna be a lack of people in that time, man. Okay, because death is gonna be so great. Like it says in Isaiah 66 and 16, man. All right. Okay, let me get it. Oh, my butcher. Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." It's going to be great death in that time, man. This is why it's important for you to get yourself right with the Heavenly Father before it's too late, man. All right, and His Son. Okay. Yeah, great death is gonna take place, man. You know. That's pretty much it through the Spirit, man. I'm gonna end it right here, because I can keep going, have have everybody here all day. But that's the point, man. All right, hey, watch that movie. Prepare your mind, man, because things are about to tread to the worst, man. All right. So, Lord willing, I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna end it right here. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say shalom.